Hi boys and girls and moms and dads, it's Mrs. Seaman, and I wanted to show you a magazine I bought. As you know, in 4th grade we're going through the national parks in social studies, and I found this at the grocery store. Of course, this is the 100-year anniversary of national parks in America, and it's just chock full of numbers. 307 million. That's the number of visitors to the national parks in 2015. And then I was looking at this article right here, and I noticed that down here there's a place in Colorado, 265,600 acre park that offers every kind of activity from hiking to horseback riding to camping and extreme rock climbing. And then over here, this one really got me. Check this out, Yellowstone Park. A gigantic chamber of magma beneath the earth has been discovered. And then it went on to talk about that there's about a 700,000 to 1 chance that this may actually erupt. And it just got me thinking about how important numbers are when we're reading articles like this. And I'm just so glad that in math class we have been grappling with larger numbers. And recently our math took us into the millions. So I'd like to today make our target goal for us to continue to build our place value understanding by naming numbers within a million and placing commas in between the units. What is a unit? Unit is a grouping on our place value chart. Ones, tens, hundreds. This is our ones unit. It's also called a ones period. Those words can be used interchangeably. And then, of course, thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. And this is called our thousands unit or period. And then we have millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. And if you haven't guessed it already, maybe you already know this is our millions period. And in school, I asked boys and girls to really take a look and be observant of the place value charts. And one of the things that our students noticed is how the hundreds repeat. And we also discovered together that when we're going to say or write a number in any form, we've got to know where to place the commas. And the commas simply go in between a unit, 2 units, or a period. And so we can take any random number, and I'm just going to put some numbers right in here. And the place value chart helps us to say the number and helps us to know where to place the commas. And so when I want to say this number, I say 8,537,402. Another part of our lesson that I want to go over is how to write in standard form, expanded form, and word form. So let's do that with this number that we've done right here. Well, in standard form, we actually have it right here. 8 million, the commas are already there for us, 537,402. And what's beautiful about working with a place value chart is that it helps us to expand, because we know that when an 8 is sitting in the millions place, it has a value of 8 million. And when a 5 is sitting in a 100,000s place, it has a value of 500,000. And when a 3 is sitting in the 10,000s place, of course, it has a value of 30,000. 7 in thousands has a value of 7,000, and so forth. And when I put this on a place value chart, it does it there for me. So I can just take my numbers when I want to write expanded form right off of my place value chart. So I have 8 million plus 500,000 plus 30,000 plus, you guessed it, 7,000 plus 400 plus 0 plus 2. My work was already done for me up here. Word form can be tricky, but I think you're getting quite good at it. And I gave all of the boys and girls this chart in their math notebooks, and you're welcome to bring it home anytime if you are struggling with the spelling or where to put a hyphen. And this is for your use when you need to write words in, numbers in word form. In this case, let's go ahead and write 8 million. And I have to think about the fact that if there's a comma in between the thousands and the millions period, I better put it in my word form as well. 8 million. 537, and I'm running out of ink as I'm teaching this. If you hold on a second, I'm just going to grab another pen. It's going to be a different color. 37,000, and again a comma. 400 2. And I think it's acceptable to actually put an and there sometimes, but I prefer not to. So wherever I put a comma when I'm saying it, I need to put a comma when I'm spelling it out in word form. And I hope that lesson has been helpful to you. I also would like to just show you as well that part of our lesson in lesson 3 is to make 10 of a unit and bundle it up to 1 million. And one example of that, because those directions might be confusing to you in your homework, is I may want to take 24 10,000s and add 11,000s, and what do I get in standard form? So let's go ahead and put that on a place value chart and see what that looks like. 24 10,000s, I need to look at the 10,000s place. A common mistake I'm seeing 4th graders make is they're choosing the wrong place. We've got to pay attention to detail. So 24 10,000s would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another thing I want to talk about is make sure that you're making your dots in sections of 10, and it'll be a lot less confusing for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then once I have 10 in a column, I'm going to start a new column. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 24 10,000s. And then I want to show 11,000s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And of course, I'm going to start a new column for the 11th one. Well, I want to add those together and put it in standard form. I've got to rely on what I know about my place value. I know that every 10 I have to regroup or bundle and send them to the place to the left. And so I have 10 10,000s, and that's the same as 1 100,000. Another 10, and I'm going to send that over. Okay, now I use that. I can cross it out, and it leaves here 1, 2, 3, 4 10,000s. Well, let's see what happens when we come over here. I have 10 in my thousands, and that's going to allow me to send another one over here. cancels out. What am I left with? Let's see if we can put it in standard form. I've got 200,000s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10,000s, 1,000, and nothing left here. Well, I also need to think about what I learned about commas in between the hundreds and the thousands. And there's 3 in every period. So 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3. I don't need a comma there. And I've built my number. Can you say it with me? 251,000. And there's nothing here. So it's 251,000. Then I have one more activity. And that is to think about 10 times as many with multiple units. What does that look like? Well, let's look here. Use digits or discs to represent 10 times 3,000. You may see a problem like that. So let's see how we can look at this in the place value chart. I know that I can place 3,000 on the board, and it says I can use digits or discs. For this one, I'm going to use digits because I think it's quite easy with digits. Why don't I put 3,000 right here? There's nothing left over here. When I want to multiply by 10, because that's what it says, 10 times 3,000, I just have to remember that every time I move over a place, it's like I'm multiplying by 10. And so I can pose it to 3 10,000s, and there's still nothing here, because this moved over. Where do I put my comma? Right here, right in between the hundreds and the thousands. And now I know that I have, how do I say this, 30,000. Well, I can write it in standard form, and then I may be asked this question: how many thousands are in the answer? Well, let's see. How many thousands are in the answer? 30. Here's another problem. 500, 3 tens times 10. Well, let's put it on the chart. I come over to my hundreds, and I'm going to put 500s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I'm going to have to multiply it by 10, but let me go ahead and put the 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to say, okay, I can multiply that by 10. And when I do, I know that it's the same as putting 500s and 3 tens and moving it over here like this. So I have times 10 times 10, 5,000, 300. That's the same in standard form as saying 5, 3, 0, 0, and I know where to put my comma. I can say it 5,300, or I can also call it 5,300. So that concludes this lesson, and I hope that's been helpful to you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.